All right, here is the speed run of Jumbled Jigsaw Excel Esports case. This is from the quarterfinals of the 2025 Road to Las Vegas. I'm going to start by using a X text split lambda on this just to split those up, and then I got to type top, left, bottom, bottom right. And then I just look this up on here, returning here. Just go for level 1. Most of the others actually are easier if we solve the puzzles first. So why don't we do the puzzles, then we'll get back to the levels. So here, I'm going to use, to call just to make these single columns. They line up with each other, in case that wasn't clear, but they don't, they're shuffled. They don't line up with the answers. So I'm going to move them over and then paste values. Now this I'm actually going to use, I could use text split. I'm actually going to use text to columns instead. It's faster for big stuff. I mean, this is not a big thing, but so I'm going to do it for the other one. I might as well do it for this one. No, text columns, delimited by semicolon. Yep. So this is the color TLDR, top left, down right, or bottom right. I remember TLDR, like too long didn't read. TLDR. And I'm actually going to put these back using, have the save array lambda, which just turns any array into a single string, delimited, which is just undoing what I just did with text columns. But it'll work with the lambdas that I have. Save, not just save array. All right, so now I need the first piece in the upper left. So I will look for one where the top edge is 0 and the left edge is 0, and there it is. Paste values there, turn off my auto filter, and put that one in its right place. Now I'm going to look up index of load array, right? So turn this back into an array. And then index, I need the right one of this, which is 4, 1, and then I'm going to look it up on the left of here and return on here. Doing like this. Text load array, 1 column, 4th row. Or 1 row, first row, 4th column. All right, so that's good for that. And now I need to do top to bottom in order to finish this up. So now based on here, based on the bottom of that one, which is the third one, and the top of this one, which is over here, it's this one. So fill this all in and look up the colors. So look up here, on here, returning the color with this stuff locked. So I can copy it over. And there's the first puzzle, which is letter V. Second one, I'm going to do a similar thing here. This one's definitely faster with text to columns, at least on my computer it is. So delimited with the semicolon. I can't do that to a merged cell. I know. Delimited like that. Yes, it warns me, but I don't think there's anything I actually need there. See if I get messed up. And then this is the whole thing, right? And this is TLDR. And then the save array of this is the whole thing. All right, so now, I guess instead of doing all that, I could just substitute the bars for the semicolons. I don't know. I'm used to doing it this way. All right, so I'm going to make this small like this, and I'm going to pull these columns here to be the actual puzzle. So that's just going to go right next to it. And again, I want to find the first one. I mean, I actually see it right here, 0, 0, top, 0, left, right? So I'm just going to take this and stick it in here. This one is a little trickier than puzzle 1, right? Because I can't just match one edge at a time, because that will not give me the correct answer. I need to match 2 edges at a time. So I'm going to make a special piece with all zeros, right? Which is just 0 bar, 0 bar, 0. 0 not equals, just the value. 0 bar, 0 bar, bar, 0. So this can go on the top edge and the left edge. So from now on, every piece I place has got to match both the top and the left, right? So if as long and we'll just pick the first one on the list if there's multiples, and that's going to be right almost always. And the ones that are wrong, we can fix with trial and error. So now let the left edge of the new piece equals the right edge of this piece. So index load array of this. The right one is the last one. So first row, fourth column. So that's L. And then the T, the top edge of the new piece, is the same thing, but it's based on the bottom edge, right, which is the third one. And it's based on the piece above it. So that's that one. So once I have those, now the possible pieces are filter the pieces here, locked, where I'm going to put my parentheses here so I don't forget them. Something times something, and then close that. Right? Yeah, that's got my parentheses. So what times what? It's going to be L equals the L in this case, right? And T equals the top. Those stay locked. And then for the actual return, I'm going to take the first one of these, because there might be more than one. In which case, we're going to take the first one, and if it messes up, we'll take the other one. All right, so it's always, so we're going to start with row number 1 and all the columns like that. And then that's the row number, column number. Is there another index I never closed? Yes, that one. Index of the load array I never closed like that, right? Yeah. Now this index should be closed, right? No. What is that? What am I in now? Oh, this index way up here isn't closed. So many indexes to not close. Index load array B6 close 1 4. All right. There we go. This can go in all of these. It can go in all of these. And, I can start to fill in the puzzle here. I'm going to do it a little bit at a time because it's, you can see the percentage down here is takes it a second to do these lookups. But it seems to be working so far. If I do end up putting a wrong piece, then I'm going to start having pieces, then the next piece won't match, right? And that's how I know that a piece is wrong, is because the next piece in the sequence won't match, right? So here's my first wrong piece. So instead of picking the first one in the index, I'm going to pick the second one in the index. And now I've improved it a lot, right? Here is another wrong piece. So change that to the second one. I can tell that because that one's good, but then the ones beside it are not good. All right, now I can keep going. It's still calculating. Give it a second here. I think it's calculating, right? It's got to be. Yep, there's a percentage, 22%, 40, 51, 62. All right, those all look plausible so far. This might as well go to the bottom and let it calculate the rest. All right, make sure it's calculating. Yep, it's going now, 18%. Oh, can you not see that? Am I in the way? 57%, 61%, 73, almost there. All right, but there's one more misplaced piece, and it's this one. So if I change that to the second option, now it's going to recalculate again. And that's it. Puzzle solved, I think. Let's see. Let's confirm. So now XLOOKUP on puzzle 2. Doing this one on here, returning the, oh no, not on the color. The color is what I want to get. On the code, returning the color. So this now is going to be here on the code, locked, returning the color, also locked. And if we did this right, ta-da, it's a pretty picture. All right, now let's do some levels. So this one, I gotta say, or well, let's do some name ranges first, then we'll do some levels. All right, so this is P1 colors. This is P1 codes. This is P2 color or P2 codes. And this is P2 colors, assuming I lined it up right, which I did. P2 colors. All right, now we're ready to solve, right? So this is actually similar to the last one, but then the which one links directly below, right? So XLOOKUP, the top of this one on the bottom, right, of the next one, returning the color, I believe, yes. No, it's the bottom of this one on the top of the next one is what I'm looking for. So the top of the next one is BR. All right. And also, if this is 0, then it says to do -1. Otherwise, actually look it up. So there's level 2. Now we're going to start filling in puzzle stuff, right? I need to know the right edge, right? So I'm going to put the actual piece here, right? So the index of P1 codes by this row and this column is here. And then the index of load array of this by 4, I believe is right. Yeah, it's both right and correct. This now is just the same thing, but colors. Now we're going to solve level 2. Actually, I'm going to go, I'll get back to that one. That one takes a second. The rest of these are going to be fast. So the bottom edge, right, is index of P2 codes by this row, by this column, and then the index of load array of that by the TLDR, right, as the third one. All right, and then finally, this is just the index of P2 colors by this row and this column. So fill in number 7 like that. And we'll get back to 5, which we skipped, right? So this is, let's text split this. This again is TLDR. D for down or bottom, B either way. All right. So now I need to filter, I need to sum. Well, I need to do a few things. If this is 0, then 0. Otherwise, sum of the filter of where the sum of the filter of the colors, right? So of the colors where I'm on the top, right? So I've got to do the bottom like that equals, I'll just put 0 for now, but it's not 0. It is actually this, right? Let's take a quick screenshot of this to make it easier. No, that's puzzle 1. I need to do it based on puzzle 2, of course, which is right here. So quick screenshot of that just to help me with this code, right? So this needs to be based on the down, which is ED, right? Stuff is locked, that is not locked, that is not locked. So all this goes down, and then the left one is based on the right one, which is EE. Down is based on top, which is EB. And right is based on left, which is EC. All right, sum these up. All right, and so 1,000 points so far. Let's bang it. I'm doing bonuses in reverse order just for fun. So let's go to Microsoft Big Image Search and see how this works. So, I mean, you may recognize this, but if you knew the year it was painted without looking it up, then special special props to you. Wait, what? I don't know what that was. This is what I want. All right, so it's a screenshot, paste that on in, and there it is. It is a girl with the pearl earring that I can get from Amazon. in 2 days? Or can I look it up? Can I look it up in Wikipedia? There it is, circa 1665. All right, and then puzzle 1, of course, is the letter V. What color is the most frequent? Well, let me bring the colors together and do a frequency table. So there's both paintings. And there's the whole thing highlighted, and I've got my frequency table subroutine. Looks like 17. What's the highest number if you sum up all the edges? I mean, it's got to be from puzzle 2 because puzzle 1 is much, much lower. The numbers are much lower. So, some of those, the max of this. And then how many have numbers between 100 and 200 inclusive? That's again on this frequency table. I sort by this and I grab from 100 all the frequencies from 100 to 200. And it says in my bar 2328. 2328. Stop. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.